were people feeling inappropriate about it back then, or is it just times changed?
Dude, times change. I had a joke with Bill Cosby. It was like, all that Bill Cosby is guilty of is partying like a white guy in the 60s. Because and everyone was doing it back then. He was just a black guy. He's like, all right, let's get this guy and get him out of here.
Yeah. I think with him in particular, and trust me, I don't like saying this about Dr. Huxtable. It was.
Well, you're not talking about Dr. Huxtable. You're talking about Bill Cosby.
No, I separate the two because Bill Cosby himself, I'm still a fan of that hour special.
Yeah.
Dr. Huxtable, he was not a good person. But
I have it the other way around.
You're
I like Huxtable. He was a family man. I mean, granted, having a OBGYN in your basement's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you got away with that shit.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you know,
dig deeper.
I gotta rethink my stance on that.
Dig a little deeper.
Like, you straight from the south side. I'm just so happy to be here right now. Real Rap Podcast.
I was just talking to somebody about, like, can you separate the art from the artist? And
dude,
with that's just bogus.
I cannot. That dude's TV show really fucking shaped my life too much.
Of course.
I can't take that out. I'm a whole different person. I'm not even doing comedy.
Yeah.
Without that guy. Who knows where I'll be at? Because I didn't grow up in the greatest of neighborhoods. I grew up in Logan Square before the white people moved in. So, you guys thinking right now, oh, Logan Square, that's a great neighborhood. It wasn't back then.
At some point in time.
At one point in time, it was. I remember the gentrification happening, and I was like, I'm getting pulled over a lot more. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, oh, they're moving the white people in, and now they're trying to scare all the brown and black people away. Yeah.
And Dr. Huxtable was your North Star.
Yeah. It's like that. It's that Lupe song "Daydreaming." I identify with that song so much because he's talking about all this crazy stuff that's happening outside the hood, but he focuses on a TV that kind of blocks all that stuff out of there.
I like to dream about this.
Yeah. Yes. My favorite artist. Well, not my favorite artist is Prince, but my favorite rapper of all time. But no, that was me. All this creations go on. I turned on. I was part of the Huxtables. I had a father, which I didn't have,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, is it better for your father to run away or be a fucking serial?
That thing. We are trying to stay within the parameters of YouTube.
Yeah,
so.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I was talking about how
that's funny that they do that now too. They just say grape and they say cornhole and
it's like
PDF.
We don't. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was on a podcast last week. I forget. I haven't been on a podcast such a long time. So it's like halfway through, it's like, hey Ed, can you don't say SA, say grape. Well, what's going on? It's like the algorithms. I'm like, all right, that doesn't make any sense.
I accidentally double booked today, but the times were different. So I had a female comic. I'll say her name after we get off, and we got on some subject, and it was all the way at the end. And I asked her something about like immigration, and she might have said grape with the R. At
without the G.
At least 24 times. Yeah. And I was like, all right.
Immigration.
I'm gonna be doing some it took a turn.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, I'm gonna be doing some editing later on.
Yeah, it's almost like, dude, what you should do, because I feel bad about all the editing. It's like, hey, just so you know, it's a podcast, it's not a stand-up show. There's silly words you can't say. Yeah, that you got to transfer over.
Here's the thing, though, is that you might could have got away with it at some point in time, but now the overseer is a computer that just listens to it in 43 seconds. You can't. What was the Terminator? We're on Arnold Schwarzenegger today.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it. You can't reason with it. You can't bribe it. It's just gonna keep coming at you.
Stupid clankers. That's what we plans. Clankers.
Yeah, bro.
Realize, they're talking about me. All right.
That's why when people say it's like, oh, I just got banned, or I got shadow banned, or I got a strike, it's like, can you protest? No. They don't even tell you what it is because it's a computer that went. Meh.
And then why are you still getting mad about it?
Yeah.
There's a comic. BK, he probably doesn't care. He probably will love the press. Bob Key. Right?
No, I was about to say
Bob
BK.
Key.
Everybody in the Chicago comedy scene was like, all right, proceed.
We'll get banned like every other week. I'm like, well, you're dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave. I know he was a jerk, But I mean, you gotta have some kind of boundaries with it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back. Another episode of Real Rap Podcast. You already know. I don't know what episode we're on. We're here with comedian and producer extraordinaire, one part of the production company on CYSK, let alone many other things. We've been talking now for a while. We're going to hop right back into it. Stay tuned. So what do you think about the Jimmy Kimmel backlash?
You know what really got me upset is that there was comics
Yes.
that was like justifying this. I'm like, how could you even? I don't care who it was. It could have been Carrot Top.
Yes.
Or any comic. I mean, it could be some crazy lunatic right wing comic.
Yeah.
I don't care what the message was. There was two things I didn't like about it. One, the comics trying to justify this. I mean, how could you remotely even? I mean, like Patrice and Lenny will be rolling over in their graves. They saw us right now.
2 Live Crew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Dude, they were banned like everywhere.
Yeah.
They were only able to perform in Florida for the most part.
Yeah.
And then, like, just the pettiness of it. It wasn't even, Jimmy didn't even say anything wrong. He just showed what Trump did.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Trump got his feelings hurt. And then they want this whole TV deal to go down. So it's like, well, we got to appease this guy so we can have all this thing go down. It was a big circus. He's back on TV now. It was just, I don't know, man. It just rubbed me the wrong way 18 different ways. And I was like,
yeah. I mean, on both sides, in my eyes, it was, and I'm right there with you. It hurts my heart when if I hear, or if I'm speaking to or see a comic that.
And by the way, it's a small portion of it.
Small portion.
But to me, it should be zero. There should be no comic trying to justify.
If there's any commandments in comedy, and who am I? I'm just me. But if there's any commandments, I think it should only be one, and that's freedom of speech when it comes to comedy. If you're a comic, freedom of speech paramount. Number one.
Yeah.
Right at the tippity top, and don't play with it. Don't mess with it at all. There's no freedom of speech. Whatever you say. Now, whatever you say could get you banned, canceled, lose your job, lose your gigs, lose money, lose your spouse, lose your friend circle.
Yeah.
As long as you're aware, say whatever you want and allow anybody else to say whatever they want, knowing that they also have the same circumstances.
That's why that's one of the reasons why I made trigger warning, because it was back in this mic been going on for 10 years.
Yeah.
But I was just seeing comic. I remember just being an open mic. I would try a joke out and then get nasty looks. I'm like, yeah, I tried. I failed. I got to figure out the funny in this dark thing.
Yeah.
Give me a chance. So I just made trigger warnings like, all right, dude, say whatever you want. We're not going to ban you, but we'll let you know if the joke sucks or not.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to the drawing board. And it's just like, there's certain mics that, one on Logan Square specifically, that's very popular on Wednesday. I pretty much said the name. But it's just like, but I like that mic, because then when I got good, this was like when I was getting frustrated when I first started coming out, because no one knew who I was. And I would say some stuff, and I would just get nasty looks. I'm like, man, did I just exiled myself in this room?
Yeah.
But then when I got good, I would work on those risky jokes, and I would take it to that place. And I'm like, if I can get this joke working with this audience, it's solid. I ain't got nothing to worry about, So
when it comes to Charlie Luther Kirk,
Luther is his middle name?
no, not at all. I'm just talking about what they're turning this guy into.
Oh, yeah.
And for me personally, rest in peace, dude. I'm yeesh.
I don't, dude. See, I always said this. I was hosting a show, and I had a comic close out on some Charlie Kirk shit, right? And it wasn't good, but it's frustrating. It was a black dude though, so I was like, hey, you know what? I'll tell you this: you could yell at everyone else, but do not yell at black people about how they feel about Charlie Kirk. When we got like Malcolm X,
there's a longer list.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton Jr.
Yeah.
And that's real. That's how I really feel like.
No, yeah,
we lost our heroes from the government. Like
Sure.
so, and then this dude is spewing all his rhetoric. You think someone like Dylan Roof don't listen to Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, of course.
You're right. He shoots up a black church. But the funny thing about that was, as I'm going through this, some dude yells out, "Ricky." Ricky.
Like from Boys?
Yeah, from Boys in the Hood. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about Ricky for? And I started joking about, like, yeah, how come he didn't zigzag? And this dude in the front row, he's from Poland. Like, from accent and everything. He's like, that's what I said. I'm like, you know about Boys in the Hood? He's like, I watch that movie every day.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But I feel like you cannot ask white people, do not ask. Or if you want to know the honest truth, go ahead and ask. But any black person is justified to say anything they feel about Charlie Kirk.
Anybody, well, to go back to what we just said, anybody's justified to say whatever they want as long as you accept the
consequences.
Your consequences for your act. And when it comes to Buddy, I'm not a fan of people getting popped.
Yeah.
Personally, not over word. Although to go back to what we just said, say what you want, just realize the consequences.
Yeah.
But all that being said, like there's a lot of conspiracies coming out now, and because
the one out there heard that he was shot from the back. That's the latest one I heard.
There's a lot of crazy, and it's like,
you know who's a big one? Can't believe it. We're probably gonna get her back. Candace Owens.
Yeah,
she's out there,
but she's actually saying some stuff that's like, it's like, there's like people corroborating.
You ever catch yourself in that moment? It's like, I cannot believe I'm looking up Candace Owens clips.
Candace Owens.
Yes.
I'll tell you this, no matter how you feel about Candace Owens, she always has her hair laid.
Yes.
Every single time.
I think she just knows like that. Like look at Jasmine Crockett. The first thing they attack her is her looks as a black woman. So I think she was all right, I got to make sure this is intact.
I mean, low key, it's been a while, but Condoleezza Rice always had hers laid too. So I mean, Condi. She used to have who was the dude in Libya?
The only black friend they have is like the hairstyle.
Yeah, just they have a professional hot comber.
Yeah.
Nah, she used to have Buddy the ruler of Libya used to try and he was trying to get GTD with Condoleezza Rice.
Really?
Yeah. What was it? He brought her presents, bought her like a Bentley or all kinds of goofy stuff.
I didn't know that.
What was his name? Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah, Muammar Gaddafi used to have the hots for Condi Rice.
Damn.
Yeah, hell yeah. But no, there's a lot going on. But I mean, back in there used to be the Zapruder film, which was one piece of film, and then like one other guy had a film like way over there of JFK, and that spawned 20, 30 years of conspiracy and second shooter and the grassy knoll and all this. There was 287 cameras running for old Kirk business.
Kirk
and
Luther.
It's amazing the stuff you see, like people giving out baseball signals. There's like a dude standing up throwing his hat around, and it's like, if y'all are trying to get away with something, this isn't like you lost that ability.
The fact that when he after that question they asked him.
Oh, the timing?
Yes.
Was ridiculous.
It was like, this is a movie, dude. I can't believe this shit happened. It's a lot going on, and they're talking about how the dude hops off the roof and runs and sprints. Allegedly, he has a rifle stuck in his pants.
Yeah, because that's the way it works.
Yeah. But there's this one crazy. All the crazy. I'm not gonna say the W word. I'll say all the crazy right wingers come out, and then there's one guy was like, "See, look." It's not hard. He has his rifle. He tucks it in. And he like hops over his banister. And he's like, see, I could do this all day. I do this all the time. I'm like, what do you mean you do this all the time? like dude,
like you're practicing?
What are you practicing for? Yeah.
Yeah. You're practicing your Schwarzeneggeries in your free time. Now, when it comes to trying to hide stuff these days, that's pretty hard. But when it comes to self-snitching, have you been paying attention? I'm too old for this. What's his name? D4VD?
Dude, no, you're not too old for. I have not heard of this guy in my life.
Never heard of him. Not a single time.
You ever heard his story? I went to Rap. This guy, first off, he wanted to be a Twitch gamer, right?
Now, could you bookmark that real quick? It's crazy to me that I have no idea about anybody whatsoever. Then something happens, and the very next day, he's been grinding he has 387 million followers. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I've never heard of him.
Dude, yeah. No, I went on a rabbit hole thing. I'm like this. I'm like, the Tesla dead body thing. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I like, So
How did I not hear about this
I stopped
until I
everything
heard
I was
about
doing.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm editing videos. I'm like, look, this clip can wait.
All right,
I didn't like that joke
It's
anyway.
a what? Where?
No, this dude was a Twitch streamer, right?
Yeah.
And he would do Twitch streams, and he'll put other people's music in the background.
Yeah.
This is a while ago, before they started monetizing shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So they started monetizing shit.
By the way, American Dream story up until
Yes.
up
It is
until
unbelievable.
a masterclass of how to grind.
But I am going to give you some light at the end of the tunnel. So he's Twitch streaming shit, and they start blocking his stuff, so he's losing viewers. He was popping at the point. He's like, dude, what am I gonna do? His mom was like, well, just make your own music. All right.
Because it's that easy.
Yeah. But it is that easy for this guy.
Apparently.
So he makes his own music, and he puts it behind his video game things. And he's like, oh, here's some of my music while I play Fortnite or whatever. And then that blew up harder than his other shit. So he's like, maybe there's something in this music thing. So he just starts making music, and all of a sudden he's this big ass music star. It's all started because this nerd wanted to play video games, and our parents told us, "Do not waste time playing video games."
Time on video
and now
games.
all these people are rich.
Look.
Now, the good thing is about the essay thing or statutory essay. All of his friends are saying they all thought she went to USC. They're all saying that. It's like the most common thing.
Okay.
They all thought at the same time, they're all morons because, a 13-year-old,
Yeah.
I don't know. But they all are saying, we thought she went to USC.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So.
And 13-year-olds look like 13-year-olds.
Yes.
And college students generally look like college students.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one to sell. But hey, maybe his friends are backing him up. But I was like, you're in trouble regardless because 13, well, 15, I don't know. When they met, you were 13 or 12.
Sure.
I'm like, how much trouble can you get into? Like, how much evidence can you leave behind? I'm like, how is he not in jail yet?
So the part of the story that I picked up on is he's just on tour in the Netherlands or wherever he was at, and there's just
stopped.
There's a body decomposing in a Prius somewhere out in New Jersey or wherever he's from, and and then people start checking it out, and then they go, who could be the prime suspects? Let's look at her boyfriend. What about his music? And apparently he made 10 songs. He made 10 songs in a row called "I Did It." Check the trunk. We got into an argument, and then I might have killed her. Hey, well, how about the visuals for the? It's just him with a bloody shirt on, dragging a body to with a Tesla sticker on his forehead,
and dumping it. I'm like, Jesus.
It's like, bro, like if you're not trying to hide something, which is pretty damn near impossible these days, the self snitching is on a level.
It is
that I don't
unbelievable.
Understand. And he didn't stop anything. He was like, I'm going to keep it trucking exactly what I'm doing. Nothing changes. It's just, here's what it is.
That is, the fact that he just, because she's been gone for like over a year, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, over a year she's been missing, and he just kept touring. And like, the thing is, like, you don't know where your car's at, dude. Like, your whole
the self-driving car with the mind of a 12th grader. You don't know where it's at. You can press a button on your watch and it'll drive to you like the old Batman movie.
Yeah, I don't think he's that rich to forget cars. He's not there yet. Like, I can see like Floyd Mayweather doing some shit like that,
bro,
or Jay-Z. But
you're not hearing me. It wasn't a Monte Carlo, Ed.
Oh yeah,
it was a Tesla. It will literally it'll sing you a lullaby.
You're right.
When you go to sleep.
You're making a lot of solid points there. All right.
It's beyond extremely hard to lose a Tesla. This is just one of those like regular, like the Fitbit, like the original. Yeah. I think this might be the Fitbit 2. It's probably 12 years old on the market. I couldn't lose this.
Yeah,
I have an app on my phone that'll say it's right here within half a meter.
Yeah, the same with my AirPods. Yeah, it's hard to lose them, let alone a whole car.
I can track this down across the world like Liam Neeson, and you can lose a Tesla.
But like, if he was rich enough, he could probably forget about the Tesla.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's that rich to forget about a whole car.
Yeah.
But
we're talking about the car. You're never too rich to forget about that body you dumped in the car. Like, why
Yeah,
didn't
see,
he,
every
why
time
didn't
I
he try
say
and do
something,
better with
I'm like,
that? Why didn't he
I don't
try?
know. I just don't. I don't get. It's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. That's why I'm trying to defend him. It's so dumb. I'm like, there's no way he did this because it's so stupid that I'm like, there's no way. It's OJ all over again. I remember the OJ trials, like he was set up for sure, despite all the overwhelming DNA evidence.
Yeah,
I was like, he was set up. It feels like OJ again, but just for the fact that, like, I mean, I loved OJ because of Naked Gun.
He was phenomenal.
I was showing my wife Naked Guns. Like, this is why I was defending OJ, because this is the OJ I knew.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know football OJ. I knew this guy, but this one's different because like it's so dumb. I'm like, dude, he has to be set up. This is insanely stupid.
There's something. Out of all the because I think there was a school pow today, by the way.
Probably, yeah.
No, I was
Okay.
I was mucking about on a computer thing. I think it's in like New Jersey or New York, and it was like a church fire. But aside from that, I believe there was some kind of school something that was going on today, or a church something or whatever. And those folks, in my mind, I rationalize it with it's been a part of America for so long that these things, that those mass pows happen, that it's like, all right, if somebody's on a mental train towards taking themselves out, they're like, why not just buy some ammo, go to a school? That's an option for me. But when it comes to this guy,
Yeah.
to do allegedly again, because I don't think he's officially locked up.
No, he's not locked up yet. No, he's like,
To do, but court of public opinion,
Oh, yeah.
fingers point.
Again, I'm defending him.
All fingers point to him making a bad decision with a person he shouldn't have been making those bad decisions
It wasn't
with.
just one bad decision.
Then made a very, 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 very bad decision. And was so good at music, he was like, they'll forget about it.
Nah.
Let me go to Australia and sing my video game songs.
Yeah, it's one of his video game songs.
Until they
I can't even
forget.
tell him. I can't even. It's crazy that I don't even know one song for this guy. Like, now I know he has a. Well, I know titles of it because of the implication thing.
Yeah.
Homicidal Love was one of them. That's a real title for one of his songs. Homicidal Love. And I'm just like, all right, this is.
You know what though? I want to clown him right now, but when it comes down to it, if you take like the Unabomber, right? He was sending out those little cut a letter out and paste it on the thing and send it off, manifestos. Like a lot of people did that. That might just be one of those psychological profiles for
He might
somebody
be a talented killer, like like some people like arts and crafts, like Unabomber. He's making little art. His thing was music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Like the Unabomber, because you don't know because it blew up, but he was probably making bombs that look like the Constructicons.
Yeah.
Like Grimlock.
Taking pictures of it. This is my best work so far. Hanging up on his wall.
They're never going to appreciate this.
They're never going to appreciate it because
when
it's going to
the
blow
shrapnel
up.
gets in their eye. No, but that's it. It's just a sensationalism because everybody's a performer now, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're gonna go down such a dark road, you get to perform it because we're in Chicago. There's a lot of people that can make music, and in their downtime, they're doing other stuff that's considered dangerous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they make music off of it, and it's like everybody has the capability of being a performer right now, no matter what it is that they're doing.
You know what's funny about that? Every art form kind of shows that, except for comedy. Most of the creeps are the cleanest, most wholesome guys ever. And every time I see a comic too clean, I'm like, watch out for that guy. I'll go to woman comic. Don't take a drink from him. Don't get a ride home from him. Watch out for the guy. Comedy's the only one we're so crazy enough when we hide it.
Yeah, because we're crazy up front. Although I would probably leave America if I ever found out Carrot Top was a diddler, bro. It's just something about him.
No, he's a creep, but that's why I think he went out to Vegas, so he has all those prostitutes to kind of ease off
there really is no
internal
rules.
thoughts. Like if he was on the road, don't trust that guy in Idaho.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because he is built like a young Sly Stallone.
Yeah. all that plastic surgery he got. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, why did he do it? And he has like permanent eye makeup. Oh man, why does he not get the credit he deserves?
Dude, it's the props. Dude, Gallagher.
But props makes it bad inherently.
I mean, it's just once you get the props. Gallagher had great political jokes, but no one cares about that. They want the watermelon in the face.
Yeah,
and it's just like once you bring that prop out, dude, you be the most profound Lenny Bruce, fuck Dave Chappelle hybrid comic. The moment you bring a prop out, it's like, all right, this is the kind of act it is.
The moment you bring out a condom with a helicopter on the top of it, and you go, this is a stork stopper.
Yeah, it's like, all right. I know
you're done.
This is the lane you're in. I don't give a fuck what else you have to say about the geopolitical term.
Yeah. But that was interesting too with the recent Kirk business. I mean, that kind of divided comedy and comedians. Not even right up until, I mean, everything that's included, and it's ongoing. It's going to be going for a while. But that was kind of driving you were saying it earlier. It kind of drove that wedge where people were more emotionally tied to what was going on, what was said, and the context of everything, and then taking a side. Are comics allowed to take a side?
Well,
it's humans. Shoot, everybody's allowed to do whatever.
I mean, we live in this liberal bubble, so it's kind of hard to take a side. I would like to know a right-wing comics political or opinion about this.
Yeah,
because we're in an echo chamber. Everyone's saying the same thing. I gotta get out. I gotta get back out on the road. I'm going to Wisconsin next month, so we'll figure out there.
Yeah,
but it's like I don't know. Everyone's kind of like on this same side. I think you have degrees of it. You have all the non-black people, and then you have the black people that just like straight up F that guy.
I was seeing a lot of from my feed. I was seeing, and of course there's exceptions, but I was seeing a majority of black folks who I think a lot of us are in higher numbers tied closer to traumatic stuff. That were saying, hey, didn't like what he said, but I don't think he should have got popped for it. You know what I mean? Because they're probably one or two degrees removed from that actually being a part of their real life.
Yeah, on the internet. But then when I do like that show I did was straight up like he was just like, fuck that guy, what I'm like, all right, Jesus. Like that's why I had to change the mood a little bit. I kind of toned it down, trying to explain his perspective. And thank God, I don't know who you were in the audience that said Ricky, because that changed because the mood got dark. And then when he said Ricky, we all started laughing about it and shit like that. So thank God for that audience member. Whoever you are, shout out to you. It was the Blackout Diaries 2 Fridays ago. Yeah. I owe you free tickets because you saved me out of a tough one.
You had said that we're in a liberal bubble. I tend to agree. And there's something from my perspective, I want to hear what you have to think, that's scary to me about it, because when you're in a bubble, whether it's liberal bubble, conservative bubble, religious bubble, blah, 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 whatever ideals are on the other side of that or outside the bubble, they have to be quiet, or else they're going to be attacked. They're going to get attacked, right? Now, in order to not get attacked, you have to be subtle, quiet to yourself, and you have to try and pivot and figure out another way to get your voice out there. And what I'm starting to see now, there's one person in particular that I think kind of epitomizes this, is rational racism. Just same way that cancel culture made comedians have to pivot, and you can't just say anything in the world. You got to kind of be walk that line and be a little bit more strategic. You have somebody. Have you ever heard of this guy, Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, you know what? And Nick Fuentes. This is what I'm sorry. This was crazy about this political time right now. It's so whacked out that Nick Fuentes is saying things that I agree with, and that man is worse than Charlie Kirk.
He's a rational racist.
Yes.
He's openly racist.
Yes.
But he's also savvy. He's charming. He knows his way around social media. He knows how to talk, and he's not going to hide behind anything. You can't cancel somebody that tells you up front, yes, I am. You're right. You heard correct. Don't try and check. I'll tell you myself. And by the way, boo, 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 boo. From my point of view, here's what's the scariest thing about this guy. If he tweaks this much of his message,
it's over.
It's over. It is over. And it's because there's, everything is going to counterbalance the other thing. And when you're pointing all those fingers. And here's what really, 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 really blows my mind. He's an openly racist dude that champions conservative stuff. Big pro, hey, I don't like race mixing and all that other good stuff. His last name is Fuentes.
No, it's confusing.
His parents are race mixers.
He's the new Hitler. Hitler's like blonde hair, blue eyes. Like, dude, you got black hair. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? But no, Nick Fuentes is so far off to the right that he hates Charlie Kirk. Like, there was a moment when early on in the thing where it was going like, there was people that were getting conspiracy theories like, this was part of Nick Fuentes' group. I forgot what they call them, goobers or something like that. He has his own group of people. So you got, to me, it's like Republicans, right? Republicans are not almost Mr. Miyagi. Flash on, flash off. You have Republicans.
I got him.
Oh, you got him?
But then he got away. I had to brag. He's
like, no. You got Republicans, then you have MAGA. I don't think Republicans can be MAGA, but it goes in tiers. And then you have the Kirks of the group, and then you have the Goobers. I think that's how it goes. And that's
okay.
That's about as far right as you can get without wearing a Klan hood walking down the street. The Goobers hate the Kirk people because they don't think the Kirk people are doing enough. Yeah, there's a little bit of legitimate beef between those two groups. And when they first got shot, they were like, it was a goober. Well, no, first they got shot, it was a black person. Like, black person in Utah.
Nah,
all right, yeah. Have you seen the Utah Jazz game? There's no shooters out there.
They wow.
Just like little black shooters out there.
Skyhook.
Yeah. And then the next group was, because they found out I was a white dude, so they were like, of course, it was Antifa, but I mean, not in Utah. Then immediately after that was the Goobers. That was the first wave of people. But no, it just comes to find out it was a solo white dude that was in love, and it was a love story. Apparently, allegedly.
This is a very liquid situation that keeps changing shapes.
This is the first time in my life I do not believe everything that administration has to say about anything.
I don't
like
know.
every time they say something like that sounds sketchy. An anti-ICE guy went there to shoot ICE agents or poo-poo ICE agents, sorry, and he only hit the immigrants being detained, and he had anti-ICE bullet casings on it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
By the way, with Bernie Mac timing on the punchline.
Yeah. It's just like, I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me, but it's like, whatever.
I've definitely decided to remain undecided entirely on this, because anytime I think I start even forming an opinion, something else comes out, and I'm like, oh, really, Candace Owens? All right. I'll back off and just stay open-minded, because this is crazy.
She's the one I've been watching a lot, unfortunately. Oh yeah, the Nick Fuentes thing that I agree with, like when again, I can't believe he's on this side, but like when Jimmy Kimmel got canceled, he threw the biggest fit. He was like, obviously he would believe that, but he was like, this is garbage, blah blah blah. I'm like, I cannot believe we're on the same page about anything. Yeah, like let alone this thing. But
bro, if I'm there's one podcast that I watch, and they happen to talk about or to this Nick Fuentes guy, right? And other than that, I'd only heard his name, maybe seen him in like an article, but I'd never seen any of his content. As soon as I watch this podcast that I like, that doesn't have that has like an Iranian dude as the host, as soon as I watch this podcast, the next thing I know, when I turn on my YouTube, now Nick Fuentes' content is on my stuff, and I'm like, and I'm thinking, okay, if I'm a 23-year-old white kid, which by the way makes my dad a 40-something-year-old white guy who still says crazy stuff at the dinner table, about those people taking over the jobs in America. Then when I see Nick Fuentes and he sounds rational, he makes good points, he's clever, he's probably charming. I haven't watched any of his specific content, but if I'm watching that, it's not going to take long to get sucked in. And you had said something about, there's so many, whenever somebody says boo 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 is the new Hitler, it has no It's when you play one of those fantasy video games and you get you get like the wooden sword to start off, and then you get the
I'm a
steel
Zelda
sword.
fan. I know.
You get the steel
yeah,
sword,
yeah.
and you went from 1 hit point and now it's 5 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
But then you keep playing the game, you level up, and by the time you get close to the end of the level, you're taking off 23,000 points every time you slash.
Yeah.
If you ever went that, like saying Hitler now, it's been so whatchamacallit, between Hitler and racism, they've been so used, and he pivots off of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where he finds his groove at. And if you're a because straight white guys have been getting, now mark you, they've been in the front. They've been in the front seat
for a long time,
for hundreds of years.
They're going through a rough spot now. You know what I'm
and
saying?
they've been going through a rough spot for about a good 10 years plus or minus.
And they're flipping out right now.
And they cannot take it. But this dude is here leading the flag, which again, not a white guy. And he is on that horse. He's on who used to be General E. Lee or whatever.
Oh, Robert E. Lee. Yeah.
he took Robert E. Lee's horse.
This is for you, buddy.
Well, I do declare. And he is riding off into the sunset. Straight white guys right behind him.
Yeah. I would say that, like, we're both 40s, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I was done being me until I was probably 33, which means anything can come in my life and kind of gear to where I'm thinking it now. So really, anybody
that's a powerful statement.
Anyone under 33 could turn this guy on, in my opinion, and just all of a sudden have a hard shift. Dude, there was a comic that was here. I'm not gonna say his name because it's not relevant. But this is so I was talking about how I missed comedy back in the day. Back in the day when I first started. There was comics that were talking about being Republican or liking Trump or whatever, like way back, probably first term Trump, right? Or when he was running for his first term, and it was fun. It was like an open dialogue. I don't know if you've ever seen that show Tough Crowd, but it was kind of like that a little bit. Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
I would love to come back.
Nick DiPaolo?
Yes.
Forget about it.
Yes.
He's never going to hide, no matter what.
But who said something about Nick DiPaolo? It was like, this is years ago. It's like, Nick won't tell you he's Republican, but he'll do a 5-minute bit about McDonald's and you'll know for sure he's Republican.
Yes, that's fine.
But it was like, back then, so this comic, it was like, he was like, he's, out there talking about voting for Trump. It's before the first Trump election. I'm like, all right, cool. Why you voting for Trump? It was like, because I'm always open for that dialogue.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? The system's broken. I think we just need a hard reset, and that's the guy to push the button. Okay, I understand that. Cool. But then he became a Trump fan. That's what I don't like about Trump supporters. They treat him like a sports team. I'm a diehard Bears fan. I'm going to support them no matter what. I will tell them they're fucking up, but I'm going to support them no matter what. You're not supposed to treat your president like that.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, this guy's fucking up.
Well, yeah.
Like, don't try to justify all this crazy shit that's happening because you voted for the guy. No. I talk shit about Obama all the time. I got a black dude mad in the audience one time because I kind of shit on everyone how talking about Obama and drone strikes. He was like, man, everyone was doing that. I'm like, okay, everyone was doing that, but Obama was the Babe Ruth of drone strikes. You should be able to sit there and talk about your guy and his flaws without being ridiculed about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of Trump supporters don't want to do that.
No, absolutely.
Although they're doing it now. A lot of them are talking shit about on at least the media guys like Piers Morgan and
yeah. The part that scares me, and I've seen this and not even just in my phone, but just dealing with people in person, specifically comics, is, bro, anybody you cut off from communications or cut off from the narrative, they're just gonna find their outlet somewhere else. Yeah, and that's not just on political issues or women. Cut your man off from talking to him at nighttime or whatever. You guys don't live together, dudes. Cut your girl off and stop talking to her at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, and don't pick up again until 8 o'clock in the morning. See what happens. For anybody, parents, cut your kids off. Send them to bed at 7, and then they're going to be into some wild stuff. And it comes down to these conversations too. When you cut somebody off and say, wait, you fly what flag? You have what political beliefs? You have what religious beliefs? I'm not going to talk to you at all. Guess what they're gonna find their outlet somewhere else, and that's where this dude Nick comes in at, and just starts rocking them. Just puts his hand up their skirt and says, "Here, lay your head on my shoulder. Lay your head on my shoulder."
When was the last time your man took you to McDonald's?
Tell me all about it. What did Eddie Murphy say? What's a beautiful girl like you doing an island of love down here crying boats? Where's your boyfriend? I will tell her to treat you like the beautiful queen you are. He's back in New York. Oh, really?
Really?
And it's over. And I talk to so many people now that it feels like they're like, you're so and so. They have these political beliefs. I don't even want to talk to them. There is no dialogue to have. And it's like you're just you're stirring the. It's not even stirring the pot. It's like, why? What is wrong with the dialogue?
Yeah,
having the conversation.
Yeah, I'm married to a white wife. My in-laws are Trumpers. Yeah. And well, I don't know anymore. They were Trumpers the first term.
Sure.
But it was just like, because I haven't talked to them since, I think Biden was in office. Yeah, and I talked to them about the issues. I'm like, yeah, but they have made up issues because they live in the middle of nowhere in Boston. I'm not talking the city of Boston. I'm talking about in the middle of nowhere, and they're worried about shit that's happening like in Chicago. I'm like, well, don't vote for that. I mean, and they grew up in a farm too. I'm interested to talk to them again because, like, the farm industry is getting shit on, and they raise their kids in the farm. So, how do you justify that now? Like the farm industry is struggling hard. They're out there crying. I'm like,
last I heard, good old Xi Jinping was dropping big bucks to buy a lot of farms.
Probably. Yeah. The guy moves selfishly. You know what I'm saying? Every move I see him do is like, oh, you're just hooking up with people. But like I'm so used to it being in Chicago and our politics. It's just on a grander scale with a little bit of racism, more racism sprinkled into it. It's just
definitely interesting times right now. But people, don't be afraid of dialogue. You can get passionate, yell and scream, veins popping out of your neck. Just don't hit each other, touch each other, do other crazy things. But don't cut people off from conversation.
I think most people that do that,
scary.
I think most people do that. They aren't married.
Facts.
I've been married 5 years, and I just think you have to talk about the things you don't want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And get through it.
Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna do 2. We're gonna find out why you believe, I'm assuming, Prince is better than Michael Jackson, and we're definitely gonna find out why at the end of the day, Arnold Schwarzenegger is champion over Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
But so to start this off, I've seen you enough to know Prince numero uno.
Yes.
Now, outside of your own personal bias, now if you ask me, the North Carolina Tar Heels are the greatest college basketball team every single year, no matter what happens, whatever our record is, whatever it starts, we're still the greatest. We always have a chance to win the championship, even though it might go to Kentucky or.
You mean right? Duke? You don't ignore the rivals. Duke.
I didn't mention their name for a reason. Okay. Who gives a care about the Dukies? But are you saying that Prince is all around better than Michael Jackson?
Except for dancing.
Wow. Singer, songwriter, performer.
Music. Singing, yes. Mike is a better vocalist. Mike's a better dancer. Songwriting, not really. Mike has melodies. But he had a lot of people writing the stuff. So he would literally go out.
Yeah, all those little onomatopoeias. Yeah.
That's what he'll do. And I'm like, all right, y'all fill this shit in. I'm going to play with my monkey real quick. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Literal monkey. Not
literal. Not the other kind.
Bubbles.
Bubbles was it? You remember Bubbles?
Yeah. I had the Moonwalker game. So
yeah.
Prince, this dude had his. I know Prince in and out to an embarrassing level.
Yeah.
He had his house wired for sound, which means if he was taking a shit, He had a song idea in his head. He would sing it. It will record. He'll go to the studio, listen to it back, and then play the song right there. He was constantly writing music.
Yeah.
Like constantly. Like 3-4 songs a day.
Songwriter, I definitely have to give it up to Prince. Movies, although Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
What other movie did Michael Jackson do? It's tough. Moonwalker is
Under the Cherry Moon was underrated.
I loved it, but I always say that's on a Prince scale.
That's on a Prince scale.
Yeah, so I mean, I liked Graffiti Bridge, and I know that was dog shit.
That was rather good.
Yes, and I still loved it.
I watched it more than once.
Biased.
And I've actually been to Lake Minnetonka myself.
Oh, I still need to go to Minnesota. I haven't been there yet. As much of a Prince fan, man, this is a disgrace. No, but I think Purple Rain and Moonwalker is a draw. And I think that's biased.
I'll give you that.
Because I watched Moonwalker when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And of course, Purple Rain wasn't happening when I was a kid. I watched it much later on in my life. But
there's a part in Moonwalker where they're showing the panels of Michael Jackson's feet doing steps, and he has on the glitter socks, and he stands still and he just puts his foot behind his heel, and then he spins around. Has to be 13 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, is he holding on to something? Like, you remember Ace Ventura when in the beginning he gave that girl's dog back? I don't have any money. How would you like me to pay? He was like, oh, hey, whoa. Bro, so, all right, so if I had to put, if there was a death match, right? You remember MTV's Death Match?
Yes, Celebrity Death Match.
So Celebrity
Which
Death
I'm
Match.
pretty sure there was an episode between Michael Jackson and Prince.
Of course there was. But Celebrity Song Death Match, Moonwalker, what are you putting against, not Moonwalker, what are you putting against Billie Jean?
Okay, time era. I'm going to go with When Doves Cry. And I'll be honest with you, I think Billie Jean takes that one by a sliver. Billie Jean is just that was a massive hit.
Because because the doot doot.
And on top of that, it's the first time he did the Moonwalker.
Because that would be the like the left hook, and then Prince would come with the.
That'll be the counter jab. The counter jab. Rocks him, but doesn't quite knock him out.
Doesn't quite knock. Yeah.
But I think the knockout blow is when because you talk about cultural significance for the song too. The knockout blow that Michael Jackson has when he first does the Moonwalker
on Motown 25.
Yes, everyone went absolutely insane. You know, the Moonwalker is so legendary. He botches a toe tip at the end. But no one notices. Like he lands it kind of, but he kind of slips a little bit.
He throws his hands up and then pops it back
but
up.
But because you see him nail it better than that before.
Yeah.
But the Moonwalker was so crazy. Like, dude, the guy invented a dance move.
He was a master. He, as far as stealing like an artist, Michael Jackson was the best at it because he didn't invent the Moonwalker, but everybody gives him credit for it.
I didn't know that.
What?
No.
Oh man, they were doing the Moonwalker. He saw somebody do the Moonwalker on Don Cornelius's Soul Train, and was like, "Bring them to me."
Dude,
and they taught it to him, and then he pops it out on Motown 25. He stole Paul McCartney. He stole the Beatles.
Dude, you see how the story happened? He's talking to Paul. He's like, I really like your music. And Paul's like, yeah, you should buy some. He's like, all right. He goes, buys the rights for him.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't you buy it? I don't have $8 million. I don't have $80 million made. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It like just killed their relationship. It didn't care.
Did not care.
That dude was a gangster, man.
He had the call on hold while they were doing That Girl Is Mine. He was like, I'm going to come back in a second, Paul. I have a phone call to make.
As he's buying his music and recording the song with this guy.
I do think it's a personal preference because as an artist, quintessential artist, you have to give it to Prince. As a performer and an icon, I'd have to give it to Michael Jackson.
Dude, see, that's the thing with performing, though, because I've seen him live so many times. Michael does put on a spectacle in his show. Prince has this crazy thing where he doesn't have a set list. They rehearse all these songs.
Yeah, he is the music.
Yeah, and he'll just be like, all right, he'll do some kind of signal, and his whole band knows we're going to play this song next. And he has a transition almost every song he performs live, he has a transition to get out of that one song to any other song in his catalog. So like something like Mike, the fireworks and all this other stuff, but as like a musician, that kind of level of like almost dictatorship out of your band to know, hey, when we go from this song to this song, that's how I want it to go. But if we go from this song to this song, that's how I want it to go. And if we go back to this song, and just all that crazy attention to detail, because I watched all the behind the scenes stuff with Prince and stuff like that. My favorite Michael Jackson story though was the halftime show at the Super Bowl, where he had the director
when he was behind the silhouette.
Yeah, well, no, not Prince. Michael.
Oh, Michael. Yeah.
Prince. That was a magical one because it was raining.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, but and that was the year the Bears won the Super Bowl too, which I thought we were destined to win because Prince was in it, but it didn't work out. So Mike does the first Super Bowl halftime show, which exists only because of Living Color, which is a great Black History thing. So,
how did that remind me?
So what happened was they had the Super Bowl show, and like at the halftime show, it used to be just marching bands, all kind of dumb shit. Key and Ivy Wayne's. Here's a point of Black History that don't get enough credit. Key and Ivy Wayne's like, all right, during halftime, we're gonna do in Living Color halftime show. Right when the halftime show airs, we're gonna air our shit, and that's it. The ratings plummeted for that Super Bowl that year, and they were like, all right, we're never making this mistake again. Let's get Michael Jackson with a halftime show. That we would have, if it wasn't for Key and Ivy Wayne's, we would still have dumbass bands playing drums, doing gymnastics. If it wasn't for that one moment there,
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy. So they get Michael Jackson out for the first Super Bowl halftime show, and Mike, he's just such a great showman. It's only 20 minutes,
And he stood there doing nothing for 17 of them.
the audience is going, and then there's a clip of the guy who's in charge of the show because Mike's like, once I do this, start playing my music. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
A head turn, something like that. And the guy who's in charge of like the halftime production, he's screaming, Mike, turn your head, turn your effing head,
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah.
And Mike's just standing there like a robot. Everyone's going crazy. Yeah. It was
To be that tuned in, he was a freak of nature. And I was just watching on Netflix. They had the Cowboys, like it was like a 4 or 5 part series on the Cowboys.
Dude, I forgot about that. Thanks.
And they were talking to Michael Irvin, and he was like, yeah, man, they had the halftime. Michael Jackson was out there, and we snuck out. You know, we wanted to go to go see Mike, and he was like, after about 10 minutes of him not doing nothing, we went back into the locker room. Like he stood there long enough for them to sneak out and go, he ain't doing nothing.
No.
All right, we going back in. Nah, that was powerful, and the fact that they used to stop TV on several channels to premiere a Michael Jackson song.
Dude, I remember Scream. Dude, when Scream came out, I had my VHS tape.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there waiting, like it was a Super Bowl or something like that, to record that music video. It was
Yeah, you wanted to record it. Now, movies these days are trash. Everybody knows this. I don't know a bankable superstar. The Rock, he tried, failed miserably. In my eyes, has he made some good movies? Absolutely. And that new MMA one that he made, I want to check that out. I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I definitely want to check that out. But there's not a standout. He doesn't have Predator. He doesn't have Terminator. No. He didn't have the directors that made these movies.
Who's the last
backing him?
Action hero?
The Rock.
No.
Jason Statham.
I mean, The Rock is good. I mean,
no, it's they're all the same guy. Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, The Rock. Just pick bald. 189 pounds plus.
Expendables.
And pick anybody in the Expendables. But there is no bankable action star for quite some time. Where, and if it is, it's like a middleweight guy. It's like whoever played Deadpool. It's all ensemble. You cannot have Jason Momoa, really Aquaman.
Nah,
get out of my face.
Dude. Yeah. Usually like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Like, I love Bruce Willis. He changed
He's not supposed to be.
He's not supposed to be an action
what
star.
he is.
But he is. He is.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah. That's
You kidding me?
Yeah. Dude, that guy started off as a stand-up. That's insane.
No, you're not supposed to be that. Is now it's an ensemble cast or it's a movie with whatever's going on, and they find an actor to fit the movie. It used to be, here's the guy. What's the movie? Put him in it. It was star led, and they would shoehorn him into whatever that movie role was. Whether it's like they used to have Arnold Schwarzenegger be the all American hero
with a German accent. I mean, he did become
sounding like Hitler.
Yeah. Jackie Chan. That was okay. That's when my bankable. Like no matter what, this guy's gonna make you money. I think Jackie Chan,
Bro, the drunken master.
The Rock has some duds where he didn't make anyone money.
I think it's 50-50.
50.
Nate, give me three The Rock movies that you'll put up there.
What?
If he had to go to war against the other heavyweights.
Okay, this is only biased. The Rundown. I know I might be a prisoner in the moment, but when I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, he can actually do this.
It was decent. Yeah, that was the first one. And as a matter of fact,
oh shit,
as a matter of fact, Arnold was in that movie.
Arnold? Schwarzenegger? I gotta watch it again.
No, he's not in it, but there's a part in there where he's walking through the club and Arnold bumps his shoulder and like looks at him and does the it's yours now.
In the beginning.
It's yours now, kid.
The passing the torch.
Yeah.
The Rundown. What else?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's not a lot. So
there's not none.
Yes. Yeah, so like I said, Jackie Chan was the last.
He be's funny because because look, you didn't even say Black Adam.
No, that one sucked.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Anytime Vin Diesel has a better portfolio when it comes to action films than Dwayne The Rock Johnson, which doesn't, even though they're essentially the same guy, Dwayne's taller, more built, and has a better portfolio before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He stinks. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was an immigrant, couldn't speak English, freaking as macho, not right, has his own little bad, has his own little dirty laundry.
With his maid.
And nobody, by the way, his little half Guatemalan son looks exactly like him.
Dude.
Exactly like him.
Yeah. Oh wait, before I forget this, whenever you get a chance, you gotta look up Schwarzenegger talking about working out. It's hilarious.
Oh, I watch Pumping Iron.
Yeah, he's like,
I watch Pumping Iron once a quarter.
Sex,
Yeah,
I work out.
my veins they fill up with air, and the blood is circulating, and I feel like I'm finishing all day.
Yeah,
yeah. So whether I'm at the gym or it's better.
I mean, no, that guy was so fucking yoked.
Yeah.
If I felt that way about working out, I'll be fucking jacked too.
Yeah, but you could see how smart he was even when you watch that. And he was in his late 20s, early 30s. Just his manipulation and mind games and that drive to be number one at what he was doing. There's a part in Pumping Iron where his mom calls and said, hey, yeah, your pop died. We're about to bury him in like a week. And he was like, he's dead. I have competition. I have competition in a month and a half. I cannot get on the chopper to come back to Austria.
I mean, to be dope, like I always say that to be great, you have to be that crazy. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Like I have no empathy at all. This is gonna sound crazy because I'm a big sports
I thought
guy.
you were just gonna stop right there. I have no empathy at all.
I have no empathy at all for all these women bitching about transgender athletes at all.
All right.
At all.
Hot take.
Yeah, because
Trigger warning.
Because they weren't gonna make. Look, I'm not saying the transgender athletes do not have an unfair advantage. What I'm saying is they weren't gonna make it anyway. Because an elite athlete does not have that kind of mentality. Like Brittany Griner,
Yeah.
she believes in her heart that she could beat the 5-time All-Star DeMarcus Cousins in a 1-1 basketball game. But that's how crazy you have to be elite.
That's how. Yeah.
You have to be that insane to make it. Also, on top of that, most of them that bitch plays like 6th place.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's still take out Trent. There's still four other bitches better than you. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
On the outside looking in, that looks crazy to me that Brittany would think that. But also, I would also say this: she has to have that mentality.
Yes, yeah. That's the. I
don't blame her for that mentality.
You have to be
but
insane.
Have that mentality, please. Don't get rid of it because you're an athlete. You're supposed to be competitive, and that's to the highest degree. Because I even saw, I watched like the Charles Barkley thing. He said, "I don't care who he was, I am the best basketball player of all time ever created." And it said it took Jordan beating him in the playoffs to the degree that he did for him to look at his daughter, and he's damn near crying. By the way,
I gotta admit, I'm for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not the best player on the planet.
And bro, that might have been a soundbite, but for his mentality to make it to where he is top 50 of all time basketball players, Phoenix Suns for not even Phoenix Suns at the end of his career, but put the city on his back.
Yes.
Had a bunch of bums, but he had a couple of guys. I'd have to think about who else was playing with him, and to make it to that level, and then one day have to tell yourself, for the last 2 decades and some change, I've been telling myself I am the absolute greatest to ever do this thing that I'm doing, and then have to break that psyche, and say, okay, maybe I'm not. I couldn't imagine that.
And that might have been why he. Well, I mean, no, because Jordan was gone after that. That could have been a good reason why he never won too. Because to have that kind of blow, to feel that invincible for that long, and all of a sudden you don't. Yeah, that's gonna take a toll on you.
Plus, by the time Jordan left, Barkley's knees were on energy saver mode anyway. What are you gonna do? When he made it to the Suns, it was a wrap.
Yeah, my favorite Barkley story was when he got drafted from Philly. They go to him. They're like, "Hey, we're thinking about drafting you, but man, if you lose like 20 pounds, we'll definitely take you." Barkley's like, "All right." He didn't want to play in Philly, so he goes and just eats everything. And he gains 50 pounds. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? They ended up drafting him. That's how good he was. They ended up drafting him anyway. It's like, all right, whatever.
My favorite Barkley story was once upon a time when he was dating Madonna. Some guy at a bar said something to him, so he just tossed him through a window. No fines, no suspensions, no nothing. You just heard the story, and life went on.
He's the punch fans and everything, dude. Like, and then what was he talking about? Converse? I can't remember, but whoever the marketing people were brilliant. Yeah, because his whole thing was just let you know I am not a role model. Like back when Jordan's like Jordan's with Bird and stuff like that. It's like, no, we're gonna go the opposite direction.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do things that your parents are telling you not to do. Do not follow me. I am not your role model. Those were what's been the best decade of your life so far? Your favorite, not best, but what's been your favorite decade to live through? Because you got a little 80s, little 90s, little early 2000s, little 2000s, little 2010s.
Maybe it was 2000s?
2020s.
That's a good question. Probably 2000, man. I remember, dude, so I just remember.
Back in the bling bling ringtone?
Yes. So
heavy gravity white tees down to your mid thigh?
Yes, 100%. It had the Jinko jeans too.
Yeah. Deep pockets.
Deep pockets. I was, because the 2000s, like I remember, I look back and I like 2010s, 2020s, right? Like there's bad rap music, all the time. Yeah, sure. But the difference is, like lately, all bad rap music sounds exactly the same. Yeah,
but nothing sounded like "This is why I'm hot." Yeah, this is why I'm hot.
Or when you take like little, like you take like the No Limit Soldiers, right? Yeah. A lot of them are whack, but they all sound different. Yeah. I can tell the difference between BG and C Murder. Yeah.
Between BG, C Murder, not Soldier Slim. They had that gal that was with him. And he was putting out a new album every 14 hours.
It felt like it.
Like you would pick up the new CD, open the CD, and then coming soon, and it would be their the person you just bought their CD, and their next 2 albums are coming soon in the DVD thing. It's like,
dude, Master P used to work his ass off, man. That dude, I don't think he ever left the studio.
Bro, and people still praise him for being the businessman that he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I just turned on the TV and he's practicing for the Charlotte Hornets. And I said, what am I doing with my 24 hours?
Yeah.
It's not enough. I'm not doing enough.
I remember like I saw him, like he made a free throw and he got overhyped. I'm like, this guy's gonna get cut.
Yeah. He's getting cut immediately.
I'm like, you don't get excited. He's just like, yeah, I did that. I'm like, it's a free throw, right?
Yeah.
You're playing against people that's gonna work.
He made one free throw and then a tank rolled out at half court.
Mist goes right in the hood of it.
Shot a section of the. It fired a cannon at a section of the audience like Vegeta. Not the early 2000s was spectacular because then you're listening to peak Nas, you're listening to peak Jay. They're going through their battle, and then while you're listening to that, you're listening to peak Eminem.
This is new Eminem.
None of that.
No, it's peak Eminem.
Yeah, this is. I got done talking about my mom, and now I'm going to talk about drugs and my mom.
Yeah,
and then, but by the way, that's two New Yorkers, one Detroiter. None of those people sound the same. And then as soon as you start getting used to that, Nelly comes out. Now you're listening to peak St. Louis. None of that sounds the same. Then next thing you know, you got Luda coming out.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound. And look, you can almost start to put Luda in the Busta Rhymes, in the Atlanta Busta Rhymes, but he doesn't sound like Busta Rhymes.
Not at all.
And then you got peak Busta Rhymes. These are $1 million videos. This is peak Hype Williams.
Yeah.
Making
came out.
blockbuster movie music videos, and then made a movie that was just an hour and a half long music video.
Yes. I gotta watch that movie again.
I gotta watch that movie, man.
You'll
Jamaica's very good.
You'll get yours, B. You told the guy get naked. You get yours, B.
Strip. Don't ever come to me with that scared midnight. Nah, man.
I don't like that nigga. I'm about to drop it down.
Like that. Oh, you the illest brother in Nebraska. I heard you was battered, fool. No, and then the movies that were coming out.
You broke that down very. I couldn't put my finger on it, but that's what it is. Everyone, even the bad rappers, they all sound different.
Yeah,
and it's like. Yeah, it was amazing
because
time.
there was ringtones back then. Now today it's the viral background to some clip, whatever, which is technically just a different version of ringtone rap.
Yeah,
and my ears might not be tuned into it. Some of them do sound different, but back then the ringtone rap thing was it's the same thing. Who am I? I'm not gonna lie to you. It was one hit wonder stuff. It was just the way it was packaged, but no, everything had the sounds. Each sound had to be specific to whatever that region was, and it was phenomenal. Because DMX was. You really couldn't even put your finger on like who's holding the crown because every
it was
month,
moving every time someone dropped the album, they had the crown until the only person I think the only
Pharrell, Neptunes.
Yes, I think the only artist people avoided was Jay. I think honestly, like they were like, we'll drop our album anytime in a year, except when Jay drops his. That's when
oh my God, I'm sorry, I forgot. Don't forget that's Peak Murder Inc.
Yeah,
and in order to have Peak Murder Inc., you have 50 Cent. The
was a
tsunami,
later,
the tornado that was 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. People think, I don't know what people think 50 Cent, if you're in this generation, I don't know what people think, because every generation has that. It's like, no, you just had to be there. You don't understand the energy that was going on.
That was 50 Cent.
When 50 Cent started coming down the block and you started hearing all those mixtapes before he dropped his first, and then he started going at, which by the way, the greatest troll of our lifetime is 50 Cent. Every time that I hear he does something petty against, he
won't let it go.
He put a smoking on Irv Gotti pack post the day Buddy passed. Like it was serious.
Dude, I just want to know the documentary, because I know Murder Inc. was fucking with him at a certain extent, and they in the movie they kind of glance on it, but I want a whole documentary of what they did to that man.
Yeah,
because he had other beefs. 50 had beefs with a lot of people.
Yeah, Supreme.
But for some reason that one still stays with him to this day.
Bro, when he bought out Ja Rule's whole front thing to his concert, I said, bro, you are something special to me. I know he came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, but I don't want to see that movie. It was a great movie. I loved it. I want to see the movie that's coming out in 20 years that somebody else does about 50 Cent after he's like old.
Yeah.
Like
and
super
he doesn't
old.
give a fuck anymore. He's gonna be. He might be a little vulnerable, maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
and somebody, because I picked up Jay-Z's book that he came out with a while ago, which was kind of a rug pull kind of book. I forget the name of it, but it was like, hey, this is kind of a biography, not really. And when you start reading it, it's a bunch of pictures and it's just his lyrics. And he goes, yeah, you see this this second verse from that one song. That happened.
I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah. No, I heard the song.
What's the return policy on this shit?
No, I believed you when I heard the song 10 years ago, Jay. But all right, fair enough.
No, but no, 50 was so powerful.
Yeah.
Summer Jam.
Oh, when
97?
Jay put Prodigy on that Summer Jam screen,
Dude, no, when he was like, Jay-Z, it was when Volume 3 came out. Jay-Z debuted a song. He's like, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? First off, no one knew who 50 Cent was at the time. But for Jay to put that in his lyrics.
after he made How to Rob.
Yeah. And it was just like.
Did you hear what 50 Cent did to that? Did after that?
What?
He sent him like 10 bottles of champagne.
Oh, yeah.
Because he knew what that was.
Yes.
And then years later, I saw an interview. They were talking to 50 Cent, and he was talking about somebody, like, I don't know, some young artist that's still widely known. And the artist was like, called him up like, hey, bro, we was just kicking it in Cancun like a month ago. And then I turned on, and I hear you talking mess about me on some radio show. And he's like, yeah, why are you calling me? Well, I thought we were friends. He said, yeah. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you running with it, bro? And he just didn't get it, man. Before we get up out of here, your time is precious. I could talk to you forever. Before we get up out of here, so you not only produce Trigger Warning, long-standing open mic in the city. That, I mean, it's a comics room. Like, people talk about it like, hey, I'm gonna go pop out Trigger Warning. But you also produce on CYSK, which is an upper echelon comedy production in the city of Chicago.
Yes.
Right? And so those are two far ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Now, I am a year one comic, right? And there's no barrier to entry for me to get the Trigger Warning, but I want to do well with my carefully crafted bits.
Yeah.
And obviously, CYSK is a resume stuffer. I want to get there. Give me, if you could, and all of our listening viewers, what advice to a year one comic making it to Trigger Warning to work on their craft with no stakes? And what is your advice to, hey, not only do I want to get to CYSK, I want to do well at CYSK?
Mainly just get good. There's a thing right now, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the comic's name off camera.
Sure.
But I think most people don't want to be good anymore. Most comics. I'm talking like 80%.
You saying they just want their clip?
They want their clip. They want their Instagram followers up. A lot of rooms book that way now. That's just how they book. I'm open for people. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what is going on here? Like, like this audience is hot. I don't know what the fuck this person's doing. It's because they have how many K Instagram followers. CYSK don't book. We don't book our followers. We book on can you kill or not. And there was one comic. I was going through TikTok, and one of the comics, you may know this comic, had a clip where they put an obvious laugh track in it. Like, it was. Yes. I was like, oh my God. So I run across that. I don't know when I'm going to ever book that person. They need to be amazing.
Shout out Will Smith and your humongous audience at your
show.
Concert. You.
I was watching that clip like, dude, this many people rock with Will Smith, and then he came out later, it was AI. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
But somebody had 11 fingers on one hand? Okay.
But no, just get good and just be out. Because like we book people we see working.
Yeah.
But we book not only book good comics, we try to book comics that want to be for real about this. Like, there's a lot of people that just take this as a hobby. Like, we don't want that. We want, like, you want this to be your job. Like, be good and just be out. We see you working. I mean, we put up about 40 to 50 debuts a year. We try to, just so we can, reach the scene. Let them know, like, we're not. Look, we just run a bar show, really, at the end of the day. But we want, to
but
be a part of.
But it has prestige.
It has prestige. Yeah. I always tell people it's a hard room to get into, but it's an easy room to kill because our audience, they're comic savvy audience. Like, I'll tell you this story real quick. This is a comic savvy. We had a comic closing on our show, pretty well known. Came there and was definitely working on a bunch of new stuff, doing like 20 minutes of new stuff. And then it was like halfway thoughts, and people working on shit. Yeah. So at the end, they got near the end of their set, and then it's like, what else should I say? And one audience is like, I don't know, maybe some jokes. But no.
When your heckler is funny. By the way, Chicago is the hometown of can be funnier than you hecklers.
But you know what's funny about that is that guy, the dude was only supposed to do 20 minutes, ended up doing 30. Because that guy bullied him into like, okay, I have jokes. Here it is. So he killed the last 10 minutes of his set. But the audience was right. Like, they just knew he was working on shit. He's like, all right, I get you working on some shit, but give us something back in return. Yeah. So yeah, we have smart audience members. They're not dumb. They love comedy. They're comedy purist audience members.
So to make it to CYSK, be good, be visible, be on your job, go hit your spots. Now, how does that translate to the year one comic walking into Trigger Warning?
Well, year one comic, I always say this. I'm honest about this. I would say, looking back on my life, the first year
go get a college degree.
Yeah. the first year, maybe even 2 years, it's not even about being funny. It's about being comfortable. Making it look natural. Because if you could have funny jokes, but if I don't believe you, I'm like, it's not gonna hit. So I think that's a good point. I say, worry about being comfortable on stage until you're not really getting nervous while you're on stage or whatever. You make that normal. Then be funny and be original. Don't write jokes that you think we want to hear. Like that's why Austin and LA suck so bad. It's because they don't write jokes for themselves. They write jokes for what they think the industry wants to hear.
Just in LA and
yeah. Trust me. LA comics come through here all the time. It's always the same shit. But book me on your show when I'm out there.
Please, and no shade under the palm trees of sunny California. I'll be back.
Write what you think is funny. Even though if it's not funny yet, that's what sets are for. You work them out. Record your set audio-wise. Listen to what works. Listen to what doesn't. Refine it. Do it again. But ultimately, if you think what's funny is funny, it's just all about translating that to the audience.
That is so dope. Ed Towns, I appreciate you. We didn't get into as much Arnie talk as I would have liked to, but we see each other in the office, so we get to do it. Do me a favor, please. Let the audience know what you got going on, what they can find you, anything you have to promote.
Just follow my Instagram at Ed Towns. Like I said, I run on a bunch of shows. Also a co-producer on Blackout Diaries, which we were filming all week. Long sets for a pilot TV show, but that show's every Friday at Lincoln Lodge, 10 p.m., and then CYSK at Timothy O'Toole's every Wednesday at 8. And then other than that, follow me on Instagram. I post all my other shows there. I'm all over the place. Laugh Factory, I'm in Wisconsin next month, so if you're out there, I'll post that show there too.
Hell yeah. Mike Knight comedy on all the things. This is Real Rap Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment. You see that I am on the roll with it. And I told you guys so much content scheduled up. I think I have like 3 more this week. So these episodes are going to be coming out rapid succession. So this should be out relatively soon. Ed Towns.
Thank you.
Mike Knight. Real Rap Podcast. Love you guys. Peace.